It was a May night in a parking lot outside the Six Flags. My best friends and I sat in a small car eating some Cheetos. It was a black sky when bright fireworks burst above the closed park. Raindrops from up high splashed on the windshield to blur out the crowd. Inside, we were dry from walking all day for that amusement. Antennae of lights beam down and call out, "Lost superheroes." The beat group decides to give final hours a whirl on that ground. After all the rides they embarked on, they saved the best for last. We believed we'd fly and threw on bought capes, then ran in circles, mighty, satisfied. Round and round we spun, discovering spring. There we felt alive in that boundless time of infinite youth. I miss the days when we were all happy friends. My existence hunches on the surge of homeostasis, peeking through botany and paralyzed life. These skeletons are coated with flesh, fluid, and cells, an integument the size of my being in spitting distance, admitting natural flaws with debeaked drains and demonstrating actual emotion with rearranging face. Narrow wings without sails are flapping noodled, desperately escaping living reality into paradise. In the black eyes which can travel with no hesitation, development always unfulfilled at clipped appendages. An ordinary watcher devours the ghost souls in limbo. Gravity allows a wallflower to soar away through diverse emptiness. I saw a girl today as I rode past her in the back seat with Sunny Day Real Estate. I stared at her through the raindrop-stained window as she just sat there on her torn lawn chair in uncut grass and faded pajamas, doing absolutely nothing but getting fat and old and picking at her shirt. The logo on it was Superman, and all I could do was wonder, was she ever super before? Was she related to Clark Kent? Was she with the Man of Steel? Was she the decisive or deceived? Or was it a call for help? She looked at me for a split second, and I suddenly knew. Expectations are ruins. Existence only lingers. The symbol symbolized a human truth, like car lights caught in traffic on a bridge, like you're being ingurgitated by the sky, like the lonely sea past the waves. For a moment, not forever, no one is special, nothing is superb, except maybe fiction scribbled on dead trees. Then the car crashes, my family is compelled to fly, and I join my friends in death, as the girl continues sitting, being unsuper. You're afraid to graduate. The accomplishment is already received as you walk across the stage toward the next chapter in your life. A rare portrait is hung upon it for inspiration. Eyelids snapshot a permanent photograph where these figures burn into the real. This image forever stuck in a memory card. Vacant space for a picture. Something you have never had before on a night like this. Liquid erupts to laminate a negative. As a boy, you only wished for a moment of shared happiness in relation to a cap and a scroll. You just wanted love, not success. I just wanted love, not success. Symmetrical duplication. Sphere stained with plasma. Planet stitched by scars. Typical introduction. Sport tossed down for clone. World thrown curved to teach. Negligent abandonment. Phase grown out of claim. Life passed short in bloom. I miss the inventive lost boy who used to live with all of his innocent free friends, playing in Neverland. Americana is not Greyhound. People come and go like life, attached to the waiting random. The road feels longer, relief of excretion and sanitation. Home spreads everywhere. Sitting strangers of stories, riding by unknown sceneries, thinking about their hometown, wondering if they will reach their destination on time. Earphone music connects memories to a person so vividly. It feels like a new chapter in my life. Bookmark the important ones with parts of me. It feels like I'm departing from something small to somewhere big. It's already an adventure once the first step is made with you. With demon weight, I'm screaming silence. The masks transition with the trends. Once conscious, the triumph will mean survive. Find sense, for the abstract must not deprive. Fibs cripple you all near me to yield my date with death. Lonely in a crowded room of loved ones turned deaf. Faded to decrescendo with a conversation. Hallucinated my past as a new simulation. I smile at the innocent children born to ride the carousel. You matter and amount in something to exist parallel. Life alienates but gives a reason to elevate you higher. Gone through a hell with solitary despair, and I'm tired. Tides crash into open arms past the shore, and chests cave into the corrupt. Eroding the valleys of youth, wanting acknowledgement to be loved enough. Personal, pain-filled tears trickling down the window thrice. Horizontal on an ample bed, staring at a solid piece of paradise. Take me away. I just want to rest tonight. Every day except on the week's tail, we reunite afresh for the 9th time, this period away from campus, behind this small, lonely brick house, an outcast beside the field of active childhood, shielding ourselves within a concrete square at the edge of the earth, where a new world always awaited for its only population's arrival, with the train still resting and rusting on old tracks. I get caught in the moment of happiness. Your back is up against the wall, and I'm your reflection. My fingers are warm and moist as your cold breath is beating on my neck. This is what love feels like, you said surely, with your cute high-pitched voice, adjusting your physique out of self-consciousness to attract my shy, indirect eyes for enhancement. when you were more than enough at that point in time. Glistening, sludgy flesh covered with soaked material, clothed over your bewildered mind as my heart tried pacing along with yours, aching to be one harmonization. Excitement was interrupted as you reached the climax, still craving for repeated relief and desired euphoria. Cradling with naivety and no weight to carry, it was easy to slowly sway like friendly fish at first. Only a pile of shaky bones rocking back and forth in unison, just like the last dance you saved for me 4 years later. Then too, having the option to sit and recite sharp words and hide from selfish society where promises would imminently be broken, or lie and make blades dull and stare straight at the blue screen where judgment would subsequently be found. Those imaginative and non-fictional stories we told carelessly, seeking the sound of our comforting voices, just to create conversation and an entertaining impression, embodying our lives back into the kids we used to enjoy being. After the parade, we knew we'd eventually sell out to a cliche. Laughter would become closure after your departure with the bees, and our sacred place would transform into any other ghetto by one of us. At the end of the adventures, I couldn't resist inhaling mist edible hope as I perpetually did of poetic infatuation near the spot which changed my life alone with you. I must keep this setting alive for both adolescents, so we'll never die like your presence did. Most importantly, because there was truth in all of that. Maybe an alternate universe is reserved for us at the same disfigured location. Those were the most delicious slush floats ever though. Now, they'll never taste ideal again. Never again. He kept more memories than her. Health reflects plateaus, thick tears running like rivers, arthritic mountains, wrinkles ripple at beaches, plains welcome the exhausted. Suburbs look peaceful, rural childhood decomposed, urban amnesia, roads outline the senile brain, destination nostalgia. I knew the sad truth, but still chose to hope. Sadly, I can't live with the person I once was, with you, anymore. I watched the sun sink into the horizontal clouds at the edge of the earth's blue veins. It is slowly swallowed until there is no gold left, only soaring seagulls in a periwinkle sky. In a breeze, I can still see the leftover vermilion luminescence fading with the rest of the human planet. My heart is devoured by nightfall, and I die with day until tomorrow's high. Beauty is gone, just like you. Is it too much to save a person and continually be enough forever? Irregular shapes and acute angles round out the world. These forms of trash in literature are constantly changing. An original birth of earth perseveres and colors over disaster. Satisfaction is mythical, but from an oyster emerges a pearl. We never think about the little details which began our journey to this instant. We cannot see the threads that have connected us all along from the beginning. We have been slowly braiding these strings since we were born without noticing it. We take for granted the hearts and minds of society which mold us into today's being. We ignore the domino effect of one past event, even though it could have led us elsewhere if different. We won't ever know that one person could have altered everything in never-ending time. We wonder how long and far destiny goes back to when we finally met that specific human. We don't stop to thank the friends who leave and stay for making us open our eyes toward fate. We forget the grieving of the beloved buried when you and I try to commemorate everyone. We share a childhood flashback together, a memory once unaware of one another's existence. We fast forward our documentaries, expecting tight knots, unplanned outcomes, and made amends. We experience normal behaviors and are left unsatisfied, craving lucidity and astral projection. We agree on being the original kids cast out with real issues and phobias that nonsensical teens mimic nowadays. We will only ever hear a few stories out of billions of walking narratives in this loud and silent world. We are shocked when we conclude that we have more stories with our friends than we ever did with our lovers. We seek independence to do what we want and have to do unlike our old friends who sacrificed and settled early. We remember everybody we didn't get to say goodbye to and wish we can make up one for each of them. We want to succeed for ourselves and for our families who are unfortunately stuck with what they got. We realize things are only getting harder as we get older, but in our youth, we were able to handle anything. We observe the simplicity of firework explosions because we want to be neon bright and high on happiness. We try to remain ourselves when euphoria is lost and give something new a chance for a first opportunity. We balance out our emotions when we determine that whatever happens, it's meant to be for self-improvement. We're caught off guard when all memories, good or bad, are suddenly bittersweet at last. We decide that it is better to have closure and tie loose ends rather than live as strangers and dwell unfastened. We hope to discover an entity or someone emotional and understandable like us to end the loneliness. We continue to strive to witness the ghosts of morals and lessons, and to defeat our demons of all sorts of flaws and mistakes. We do not regret a single choice because the idea of freedom relieves us to arrive at the junctions. We are tested with our best and worst days to show ourselves we are worthy enough to accept reality. We keep growing, bolder, stronger, and wiser even when we feel the opposite, to know we are still alive. We are grateful for the past, the pain and joy because it guided us here to the forgiving present. We allow ourselves to become untangled, for vulnerability, to trust again with the right relatable bond. We love and hate from start to finish, from the strands of the cosmos down to the fibers of our bodies. We think it is strange when a lifetime collapses into a moment with an image, but then not necessarily. We found peace in the morning night limbo, above the void, and life on a place where people find the answer to death. We ultimately unearth ourselves from acting like fragments of the universe because we come to terms that we are the universe. Life is an eternal lesson written in a never-ending novel. I am a dragonfly, an individual predator to parasites, harmless to others, gorgeous in spitting distance. A demon's saliva is phlegm, not the devil's darning needle. Strong like rock, courageous in summer, happy as butterflies. A symbolic haiku. I take advantage of nature's breath, infinite oxygen. Breathe in deeply, notice the pulchritudinous colors everywhere. Exhale the black and white within, yearn for pure silence. The wind is a timeless whoosh, like a transparent soul, relieving as it flows through, exposure to freedom. I share this calm scenery with railroad tracks and endless meadows, left for the feeling of living. Though pollution contaminates beauty, formed wastelands, gardens of cacti, terrain of mines, many holes in earth, ragged scars in us. I see the fluff of treetop fields, look softer than cotton, no uncomfortable ground, buoy above the blue-green sphere, a stroll across clouds, walking on water, travel over plains, wet trees and grass, possibly a neglected heaven, created gentle dimness. I pass the eerie black shadows as if they were people, keep heading towards brightness, the only light to shine, connected with character, slowly turn around, capture the clouds with vision, divide sunlight and darkness, standing in between okay. Both elements clothe a being. I stare up at a blocked void, into the covered sky, squinting sharpens sight to reduce holy light. Eyes repetitively flinch from precipitated raindrops, a drug on my whole tongue, refreshingly cold, purified euphoria, lovely side of weather. I let the sun hit washed face, hide flooded eyeballs, faintly perceive radiance through burning eyelids, an ambient song in mind. Warm skin reflects heat, absorbing vitamin D. Is a ray of effulgence, brightest star, now my shade, caught up in all of it. I will miss rainy mass and sun, November environment, magnificent sunsets, illuminate past strands of hair, autumn brown view enough. After moon comes and goes, rise upon us again so we won't die. Long-lasting inspiration, alive is all I feel now and later, together as one with God. Without love, you have nobody. Without hope, you have nothing. Your life means something, whether you think so or not. I hope you know that. My mother served me food on a plate branded hope, the gift you gave her that one Christmas, when I was sober and you were kinder. It was a lifespan of a neon light letter. Isn't that ironic? Hearts beat silently, unnoticeable in chests, blood and love hidden. Heart is a cocoon, revealing emotions slow. Time makes a human. Inevitably, hearts die without any rest. Without love, we're dead. We burned a hole in the earth. That's how much we were worth. Eventually, the flames died out. Our ashes went different routes. I forgot how to miss you. I used to love and adore you when I was an untouched whole and not a shattered soul. Somehow love turned to hate. I thought that was our fate. Feeling everything so deeply was cursed and a blessing. Now I just want you to be happy, and that's saying something, because I haven't found my happiness yet. But I'll get there. I wish I could see you one last time without me in the frame. I wish you can witness me rise up on my feet that aren't the same. I've walked across the soft sand that led to the broken glass, which made me collapse and drown at the bottom ocean, but I'm back at the surface. I can see the light at the end. I will float and cross the waters. I will reach the far horizon, where I'll shine how I was once lit with you. There the sun didn't melt us, but made us bright as gold. Now you glow again, and I can worry about myself. So I'll get there. I'll get there soon. I'll get there. A tree was planted. Your heart was the seed. It created the deepest roots and sprouted the tallest of leaves. For many generations, sap running through its spine resembled the giving tree. A tradition was left behind. You're being more forgotten as descendants ascend from branches. Memories still grow in the back of my mind when a pebble is what a picture catches. Nanny Granny, Lady Loteria, without you, we wouldn't be here reuniting, playing this game called life. A wooden balcony begs my cumbersome skeleton to leap off. Blessed raindrops begin to patter. Religion cannot prevent their splatter. This dangerous, dirty lifestyle exhausts our frail bodies and ages our gained wisdom faster than alcohol consumption. The serenity of a back porch with a lover or friend remains my favorite intake of the cloudy, cool night. The thunder does not roar, but soars over enlightening conversation. The lightning does not frighten, but brightens our glowing beings. So I borrow God's eyes and His voice. I do not jump into the dismal past. Instead, I optimistically cling onto my fellow comrades' shoulders. Expert falsities do not defeat moods any longer. Love is wholly revealed at last, beside you, in front of me, within us, for there is celebration to liberate. Therefore, prancing in the rain for vivacious sensation, arises emphasized laughter after howling at the moon, and these human endeavors like breaking empty bottles alongside nocturnal execution by igniting fireworks. Numb drunk thinkers adopt loose smiles, hopeless romantics roaming in a flock of faces, with liquor blood beneath our humid skin, and visible, musical spirits holding sober hearts. As we holler through the festivity, and our holy grails toast cheers to no future, to feel merry above the noxious litter, among the absence of lost precious time, to not be, but barely feel like noble kings, alive and well, far from the inferno, is a reminder of friendship's meaning, life's intentions for a pathfinder.